All right, let's jump right in. We're going to talk about something we all deal with, fear. But this isn't just about being scared. It's about a story that shows how a tiny shift in perspective, what we choose to see, can literally change the entire game. Now, really, just picture this for a second. You're completely surrounded. An army is there just for you, and their job is to take you out. How does that feel? The walls are closing in, right? No way out. I mean, for most of us, that's pure terror. You'd feel totally helpless. Well, believe it or not, this isn't just some what-if scenario. This actually happened. We find this incredible story about a prophet, Elisha, in the book of 2 Kings, chapter 6. So from just a regular human perspective, things looked, well, they looked bad. I mean, Elisha's servant peeks outside, and what does he see? An entire enemy army just waiting for them, a sea of soldiers. And he does exactly what you or I would probably do. He completely freaks out. Who wouldn't? The odds were just impossible. But this is where the whole story takes a turn. Elisha, he's not scared, not one bit. He's totally calm. And instead of grabbing a sword or anything like that, he prays. And it's such a simple prayer, but wow, is it powerful. He doesn't ask God to make the army go away. He just asks, Lord, open his eyes so he can see. And just like that, boom, the servant's whole world changes. The enemy army? Oh, they're still there. But now he sees something else entirely. He sees the hills blazing with horses and chariots of fire, a massive, unseen heavenly army. It turns out they were the ones who were outnumbered all along. It's such a great lesson, isn't it? What we see on the surface, it's almost never the whole picture. So here's the thing. This story about Elisha is amazing, but it's not some isolated one-time event. No way. When you start looking, you see this same pattern pop up again and again throughout these ancient texts. It's a theme, a really powerful one. I mean, just think about these other stories. You've got Moses and the Israelites, right? They're pinned against the Red Sea with an army charging at them, and what's the command? Don't do anything, just be still. Then there's Gideon. He's facing a massive army, and God tells him, you've got too many soldiers. Can you imagine? He whittles them down to just 300 guys, so there's no question who gets the credit. And then King Jehoshaphat is told point blank, hey, don't worry about it. This battle isn't even yours, it's God's. See the pattern? Over and over, the lesson is that the real victory doesn't come from what you can see, but from trusting in what you can't see. Okay, so that brings it all back to us, doesn't it? These are amazing stories from thousands of years ago, but what do they mean for us today? How do we take this lesson from these old battlefields and apply it to the battles we're fighting in our own lives? How do we start to see our own unseen armies? Well, here's one really cool way to think about it. Let's talk about the word fear itself. A lot of the time, it feels like it stands for forget everything and run, right? We just want to get out of there. But what if we flip that? What if we gave it a new meaning? What if FEAR stood for face everything and rise? Now that changes everything. The thing that was supposed to stop you actually becomes your reason to move forward. So I want to leave you with this question to think about. What's the enemy army you're facing right now? Is it a challenge at work? Something with your health? A difficult relationship? And then the really important question, what's your unseen army? What are the sources of strength, faith, or support that are already there, waiting for you to see them? If you could just open your eyes to that unseen help, you might just realize how much stronger you really are. And that's really the heart of this whole lesson. Overcoming fear isn't always about getting tougher. Sometimes it's just about changing your perspective. It's a powerful thought, right? That the biggest battles aren't always won by fighting harder, but just by learning to see things in a new light.